What's up, traders? Welcome to today's Equity Empire Chart Analysis session. When most investors are throwing darts, we're looking for clues in the charts. My name is John McHugh. I'm a former Wall Street analyst, hedge fund manager, and independent trader for the better part of 20 years. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the chart on Tesla, symbol TSLA. And this will be a revisit to a couple chart setups that we looked at on Tesla over the course of the last couple months. The first of which was 2 months ago, where we looked at a setup and asked if that was the bottom of Tesla, and it actually was the bottom. So after doing that video a little over 2 months ago, Tesla bounced more than 100 points. Now, when we take a look at today's chart, is there another potential 100-point bounce in the cards? Let's get right into it and see if there are clues in the charts to see if there is a pullback buying opportunity, a buy opportunity at current prices, or if we should look for a lower price for a longer term investment. So let's get right into it. What we're going to do first is we're simply going to go look for support levels. And there's a support level right here in the 298.78 to 270.37 price range. So we had a support level form. Price ran out of that level right about 65 points. And then we pulled back into that support level and bounced off of that support level once. We have retraced back into that level, and we're currently just below the upper boundary of that support level. Okay, let's go see if there's another support level. And this is a support level we found for that really big bounce earlier this year. Bounce off of this level, the 225.82 to 212 price range. So we bounced off that one time, two times, three times. We bounced off that level 4 times between March and April. So there are 2 potential scenarios here that you could consider for a trade. One, since we are in this support level, it's a clearly defined support level that found some pretty strong support last time we were in this price range. We had a really meaningful bounce. Once again, we had about a 65-point bounce off of the middle of that range last time we were in there, and that was just about 6 weeks ago. So could you potentially just say, all right, I'll place a buy market order here? So you can place a market order when you're in a support level, clearly defined support level. If you do that, however, you'd probably want to put a protective stop just below the range there, just below that level. So protective stop just below 270.37. Entry, you could place a market entry order anytime you're in the support level. Okay. Now, if you were to do that, we would be looking for a target. We look for a technical clue of resistance. So where might there be sellers stacked up patiently waiting to sell? Well, there is a resistance level right here, right in the 353 to 366 price range. So we dropped off out of that level meaningfully earlier this year, bounced off of this very clearly defined support level in the 225 to 212 price range, and bounced all the way back up to the 366 price range. Got rejected from that level, came back into that level again, rejected once again. So we have to respect the fact that there might be sellers waiting up in that above 353 price range. So the game plan would be this. You'd place a buy market order anywhere between 298.78 and 270. And ideally, you get some action like this, where we start to recover once again and work our way back up to the 353 price range, which would be our target. And that trade setup right there, if we were to construct that trade, if we placed a buy market order at the current closing price here on Monday, a protective stop at this red dashed line just below that support level, and a target right in front of that, that would have a reward to risk ratio of a little over 2 to 1. Okay, so every $100 worth of risk you take in that trade setup, you could have a reward potential of a little over $200. And if your win rate is anywhere near 50% or above, if your average win is twice the size of your average loss, that's the formula for building your trading account to substantially higher levels over time. Now, once again, if you wanted to patiently wait to see if you get an opportunity down here to test 225 again, so say you took this level, got stopped out for a small loss, if price were to go all the way through that, then you could go give it another chance back at this clearly defined support level down there. I'm not going to spend the time to set up that trade because that's quite a ways away from current price. So let's wrap up today's session, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back each day this week with more technical analysis. In the meantime, wishing you the best of luck in your trading and investing, and we'll see you soon.